Hello everyone, welcome back to Virtuous Last Reward, where last time we saw an ending, which was weird, which was Tenmyoji's ending, or one of them, the number one, that resulted in Clover escaping, if I recall correctly, and then we went back and we betrayed Tenmyoji after he betrayed us. Let me show you. Yeah, so we allied here, he betrays us, we're at one point, and then we betray him, he allies, and let's see if I have the numbers here. I just took a picture probably, and we're no longer super close to death. Here it is. I think this is it. Yeah, or no, this is when we allied. Anyway, never mind, ignore that, sorry. Gosh, big sneeze. Okay, never mind. So what happened? What's important now is that we after we betrayed Tenmyoji, we went forward and oh wait, no, we didn't betray Tenmyoji yet. We just went to a different door. Okay. We just voted once. We are still at 1 point. Okay, and because we are at 1 point, and we are together with Dio and Clover, Dio has decided to threaten us. Not threaten us, but basically gave us an ultimatum, like an inescapable choice, which is we found here in the laboratory the cure for Radical 6, which we know at least that Quark is infected. And Dio took it because Sigma is really stupid, and he's saying if you just click on ally, he'll give the thing to Quark. If not, he'll destroy it, and Quark dies, basically. So it's your life for Quarks. He wants to betray you, get to 9 points, I believe. Yeah, Dio's at 6, and Dio just goes through, just gets out, and you die, basically. So here, if we go here to the left, we're basically accepting that Dio's gonna kill us. We are the pair, I'm pretty sure, so there's no option. It's impossible for Dio to not betray us unless he has a huge change of heart for whatever reason, or he's like threatened by someone else. But the problem is that there's so many things here. So what's going on here? We survive somehow. There's a lock like this one. Something happens, but this is after the choice. So I guess this might just mean that Dio doesn't have the heart to kill us in the end. I don't know. Could be it. Let's take a look at what happens. This is when the door opens. I don't know what exactly happened before this, but I guess we're with Dio and Clover, and he said, "Don't tell anyone about the fact that I have the cure, right?" Which is forget the name of it, but doesn't matter. Let's see what happens. I'm very curious about this one.
Minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Sorry, I went ahead and cracked it open a bit early.
Dio. In one of his hands was a moon key. He twirled it around like a veteran gambler, grinned, and slid it back into his pocket.
You don't mind, right? I figured you and Clover would get up here right away. Besides, I thought it'd be best to get this done soon before you lose your nerve. I don't know about you, but I'm really looking forward to the next round.
Ugh. I glanced around the warehouse. Alice and Kay were back. As was Phi, that's good. And of course, Clover. Alice is alive. Okay, we saw... Oh, it was here. So, Alice was killed here. I don't remember Alice getting killed here. Did she? I don't think she did. Is it the first time that Alice doesn't die? But, oh yeah, I think so. And Clover just leaves because she's a big bitch. Actually, she says she received orders from her direct superior, who's Alice, to leave, which is, I guess, believable, but yeah. So this is the first time that Alice was probably not murdered, but rather she killed herself. And we need to prove why. We still don't have enough for that, but yeah, Alice is still alive here. She always says at this point. So that's good. Quark, I guess, is like comatose? I'm not sure. I don't remember exactly. Where are Tenmyoji and the rest of them?
They're in the infirmary.
Infirmary, okay, yeah.
We carried Quark to one of the beds.
He's there.
Tenmyoji and Luna are looking after her.
I see.
How's he doing?
I don't know if Quark is a Zolo now. He's a Zolo?
Well, it's hard to
Just
say.
have to keep going. It's hard to keep track of the points on the teams every time.
He seems to be sleeping soundly, but beyond that, there's really no way to know.
No change then, huh?
So what was your room, Sigma?
A
Is
laboratory.
that so?
Did it look like the kind of place where they'd be researching viruses and DNA
Okay.
and those kinds of
We
things?
have to lie now.
Yeah, it did. Was there any of that Excelavir?
Don't tell those other idiots that you found some Excelavir in here. I hear one word about it, and the next thing you hear will be little bits of glass shattering on the floor.
My eyes flicked to Dio for a moment. No, nothing. Beside me, Clover bit her lip.
I see.
So how'd it go with you? Find anything interesting? Vi only shook her head. With a unison of movement that almost looked like almost a choreographed, Alice and Kay shrugged.
Where does that leave us? We've still got about 40 minutes left until voting ends.
What are you gonna do?
I'm a little curious about that lab you found. I thought I might go take a peek at it.
I'll show you the way then.
That would be wonderful.
I think I'll go have a look at the room Alice Kay and Tenmyoji found. Never know. Maybe you missed something. Perhaps there's some Excelavir hidden somewhere in there.
Such a dick. What a bastard.
Then I shall take you there.
But who knows, maybe he's planning something nice here. Or maybe he just gets killed right now and he automatically allies. Something crazy like that, right? Which allying with him would be kind of insane, but I guess it's a path to take, yeah. And this is gonna be interesting because what happens here? Why are these longer? Why is there not an AB room here? Wait, this is different. No, this is the door, this is the escape room. And there has this, probably just a lock like these. Because the only thing I can think of right now. Yep.
What about you two?
What if Kay kills him?
Where are you going?
Well, I think I'll start by heading over to the infirmary to see how Quark is doing.
Then I will too.
Okay, are we going to confide with Vi? I think so. I think we're gonna tell her. Because she's gonna be like, spit it out, what's going on? Because she understands. Maybe Sigma more than he does. I like Alice. I hope there's one time she doesn't die, man. Also, we really need to learn more about Alice's actual, like, person. Like, what's going on? Was she actually a mummy who was mummified for however many years and, or like, frozen, I should say? Doesn't look like it. But what's her deal? Actually, what is her? She nodded to Clover, and they disappeared through the magenta door. Dio and Kay followed a few footsteps behind. And then we'll see Tenmyoji in the infirmary. Okay then. Guess we should be going to...
Hold on.
Okay.
Show
Instantly
me
she
that
knows.
journal first.
Journal?
Dio told me about it. He wouldn't tell me anything about the lab except that you found a journal with, his words, some sort of bullshit language.
Yeah.
You said you had it, so I was hoping I could take a look.
Yeah. One sec. I dug the journal out of my pocket and handed it to Vi. She began to flip through the pages, her eyes quickly scanning each one.
This is Latin.
Latin? You mean you can read it?
Yeah, with time and a dictionary.
No, you don't. So in other words, no.
Pardon me for not being able to translate a dead language on the fly.
Yeah.
This looks like some kind of research log.
It's not a dead language, it's pretty much very much alive. It's just not in the same form. You know? Now it's called Spanish, Italian, French.
It's not gonna be some sort of, I took the dog for a walk today. It was nice kind of stuff. I can understand a little of it, mostly conjunctions and things like that.
No, you can't.
But most of these words I've never even
Well, she's
seen
called Vi.
before.
Vi started to leaf through the book again as she spoke. Then suddenly she stopped.
Wait. I can read this one.
No, you don't.
Page 216.
Sorry, buddy.
This isn't research notes.
216.
Looks like a personal entry.
Does that mean anything, 216? Rings a bell. What's it say?
Don't rush me.
Okay, buddy.
This is gonna take a minute.
As long as it doesn't take 40, we're good.
Interesting. All right, I think I got it. It looks like they're talking about Radical 6.
What? Why are they talking about that?
Not sure.
So is Latin the language they use? The left descendants or clones or whatever? The people of the Myrmidons? Free the soul thing? Could be a religious organization speaking Latin, sort of makes sense. And then that would mean that Dio lied. He actually understood what it was said, but he didn't want to share that, I guess.
Let me read it to you. Keep in mind I'm paraphrasing.
And maybe Fi knows some Latin because she's sort of part of this organization or something, right? When the body is infected with Radical 6, the processing speed of the brain is reduced. If we assume the brain currently operates on a 1-to-1 basis with regards to time, Radical 6 reduces this to 1, to the square root of 1/6, or approximately 1 to 0.408. Okay. Wait, let me think, because why is it reduced? Okay, we did see Quark being like slowed down, but we also saw him, I think it was him, and definitely us. No, that's fine. It's reduced, so we see everything go quickly, right? But that's strange because it's at 0.4, and that was not it. It was definitely faster than just 0.2 because we couldn't even understand a word. So it could be just a mistake there. Because I don't think that was well represented if that was it, but I don't know. This means that for each second that passes outside, the patient feels only that 0.408 seconds have passed inside. Therefore, when 1 second has passed inside, approximately 2.45 seconds, or square root of 6 seconds, have passed outside. In other words, when 10 seconds pass in the real world, a patient infected with Radical 6 would feel as if only 4 seconds had passed. I wonder how this plays into like time travel or something. Maybe not. Maybe it's just like the perception thing, and that's it. This is why the virus has been termed Radical 6. Okay. Radical is another term for what is also known as a root operation, the function inverse to the taking of a power. Makes sense. In a less mathematical sense, it can also be used to refer to something that is extreme or severe. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide. Oh my gosh. So it wasn't just like, I thought with Alice, it was probably like a decision. Like she knew she was infected and decided to do it, for example, or something like that. Also, there was a point where I believe, yeah. So at one point, Quark was like threatening to kill himself and then said like, kill me. And then he sort of passed. It was like a moment that he's had that urge. He was kind of crazy. That explains it. The exact cause of this is unclear, and although there is, as of yet, no direct link within suicidal urges and the reduction in mental processing speed, many believe that they are not unrelated. Good translation, dude. Those infected with Radical 6 perceive the world to be moving at a fever pitch, as if it were a video cassette being fast-forwarded, right? For instance, although the patient believes that only 10 seconds have passed, in fact 24.5 seconds have passed. Given this increased speed of input, maintaining the ability to observe and reason would become a Herculean task. One theory holds that the disparity in time perception causes the brain to be flooded with massive amounts of information. Unable to keep up, it begins to fail. Whatever the cause, the infected invariably attempt to take their own lives, which is arguably the most terrifying aspect of the virus. Also, it was like, here, if you just read this, you think that it just happens, it starts happening and it's always the case, but it's like episodic, right? It's just, there's a moment where that happens and then you rest and then it goes back to normal. That's what happened to Sigma at least, and to Quark as well, right? Research suggests that a targeted antiviral could kill or at least disable Radical 6, but we have been unable to develop one. It seems our best hope now is to harvest antibodies from someone with a natural immunity to the virus. This is such a media thing, makes sense. I guess it's somewhat rooted in reality, but like the fact that someone needs to sacrifice themselves to find the cure for everyone else, stuff like that. I can see that coming into play here. I will have to see why maybe the creation of the nunnery game, in this case, is related to finding this cure. I'm guessing, that's my guess. Thus far, however, we have been unable to locate a suitable subject, so I have continued my efforts to discover an alternative means of treatment. Given my current rate of progress, I predict that I will have a workable treatment within a decade or two. It is my fervent hope that humanity will be able to survive that long. The bodies of those dead from suicide are piled up along the roads leading into and out of town. Okay, so something crazy happening with the time, because it has not been 6 days, for sure. The entire area reeks with the stench of decay, and the sky is filled with the constant buzzing of flies. At times, their swarms are so thick that when one passes, it feels as if a cloud has gone over the sun. Wow. Every day I see more crows, and rats are everywhere, feeding on the dead. Ironically, the only healthy-looking creatures are the stray cats, who have grown fat on a plentiful rodent diet. The few humans who survived the outbreak have been locked away by the government in underground shelters. But is this weird? Because it does look like a shelter, but then it has rooms like this, like the laboratory, so it definitely seems like a research facility. Are we part of the research? Are we subjects? Were we part of the research and we became subjects? I can't really know. I don't know how many were saved, but I fear only a handful. Their survival is the only hope that remains for the human race. Oh Lord, please. He says Lord. This is interesting. It might just be a translation thing that maybe doesn't matter much, but it seems just to be a normal Christian. And then probably someone from Free the Soul would not say, oh Lord, right? I'm guessing. Unless they call brother or left Lord, which is probably not the case. So this doesn't seem to be related to Dio's organization, so maybe he was not hiding something? I don't know. Let their future be a bright one. Or maybe it's just a translation thing, they just left it there and maybe it doesn't make sense, but that's cool. Whoa, that's a lot of information. Now we know what the virus does to you, though. Okay, knowing the symptoms is great. It makes sense. We had an inkling that was the case, right? But it's cool to actually put it into words and tell you exactly what it is. Definitely when we saw everything fast forwarded, we couldn't even understand Phi at all. And if it's really like that, if you watch a video in ×2, you can understand most of it, right? Unless they speak really quickly, so it's kind of, I don't know. Or it's more like 2.4, right? If you get infected, your brain slows down by the root of 1/6. Is that, what, about 40%?
That isn't the important part. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide.
Yeah, you're right. That would explain why Quark was, well, trying to kill himself. Oh, this wasn't this timeline. Interesting. Okay.
There are 2 other things in here that worry me. First, the part about how they haven't managed to develop a treatment for it yet. What do you make of that?
What am I supposed to make of it? Maybe they just hadn't found one when this journal was written. I mean, from what we know, there's a drug called Oxaliver that cures it.
Exactly. But in the journal it says it might take 20 years to make something like that.
Hold on a second. I mean, time doesn't mean anything. We know that for sure, right? We just might all come from different timelines. We might come from different times. We might not even be on Earth, for all we know, so yeah. I'm getting confused. When was this thing even written?
December 29th. No year.
Well, there's no way it was written this year.
Yeah, probably not.
Probably, yeah, this year and this timeline, no. Even if it's not 2028. Because we have Excalibur, right?
Anyway, moving on. The second concern I have is about the underground shelters it mentions. The newspaper article said something about quarantining people too. After we read it, we all thought the same thing. What if this was one of those quarantine facilities?
Makes
This
sense, but it's
journal
more like a
seems to
research
suggest the
facility.
opposite. The few humans who survived the outbreak have been locked away by the government in underground shelters.
Uh-huh. I guess it makes more sense that we're just an underground facility, not necessarily a shelter, but one for research, and we're just subjects for them to test the drugs on us. I don't know. You're trying to say that this place might be one of those underground shelters, which would mean we're all supposed to be uninfected. We would have been thrown in here to keep us safe.
Yeah. I mean, there's no way to say for sure at this point, but it seems possible.
But Quark's been infected, right?
And maybe the virus got in somehow.
That would be bad.
Just think about it for a minute. If this is one of those shelters, a lot of things start to make sense.
Really?
Maybe we've been here for a long time. Like, maybe they put us to sleep somehow. Made us sleep for years, maybe even decades. While we were sleeping, the pandemic that the newspaper article talked about happened. And whoever had this journal made this entry.
That'd be cool. And then once the antiviral treatment was finished, they woke us up.
Right. It's all just speculation, but...
No, that doesn't make sense. I mean, it seems like a pretty plausible scenario, but we were all captured before the pandemic started, right?
yeah.
And how would they have put us to sleep for that long? How would they have known to do that? Maybe we were captured for an honorary game and we played it completely, we just forgot about it. That could happen as well. Because in 99, it seems like there was nothing before the game, and then you start uncovering so much that happened before the actual events of the game, so definitely this could be the case as well. But most importantly, why the hell are we playing the honorary game if the point of this place is to save us? Also, since there's time travel, for sure what happened is that they knew these people, even if they have the virus now or whatever, they knew that they're people with natural immunity, for example, and that's why they're fine now. So they went back in time and kidnapped them. That's definitely a possibility, right? Throwing a bunch of people into a game that might kill them is a pretty weird way to protect them from a pandemic.
Yeah, you're right.
See?
We don't have enough information to make any real conclusions.
Okay. That was cool. Is still raises more questions. Hello? We unlocked this! Yo! Okay. I was like, was it always like this? Ah, it's a closed book. I don't know if I knew there was a book. That was funny. I guess I knew, but I didn't really think of that as a book being closed and then it's open. That's very nice. I love that. And I love this because it's just something it's different because something we put in. The two-headed lion, I wonder if I can solve that with information I have already. Very nice. We can go back here and see what happens. I wonder if it just takes us to an ending or if something else happens. Hopefully that gives us more information. So I'm guessing after the next ending, after we do anything, even this, we'll just go here. It's gonna be very cool. Nice. That's a nice lock we unlocked. So we needed to find proof that a suicide is plausible if you have the virus. Problem is, not problem, but we're gonna see how the information gets relayed to different timelines. So we, as being there, we're gonna be like, maybe what if the virus makes you want to kill yourself? And everyone's gonna be like, how do you know that, buddy? So yeah, we'll see how that's done. Probably really in a really cool way and really confusing way as well. So yeah.
I think we should see if we can find anything else.
Fi had barely finished speaking before she took off for the magenta door. Hey, weren't you coming to the infirmary with me?
Changed my mind. You can tell me about Quark later.
Just coming to the infirmary? And with that... Hello, what's up? I'm doing well. How are you doing? I'm theorizing here. We were reading the journal about Radical 6, slowing people's brains down, wanting to make them want to kill themselves. Very interesting stuff, but I have many questions. She was gone. Man. I let out a long, tired sigh and started off toward the infirmary. Oh, also we unlocked this. Let me show you. We unlocked this because we can prove, or at least we have an idea from another timeline, weirdly, that Alice had a reason to kill herself because she was infected with Radical 6. How's he doing?
He seems to be stable.
Luna's alive as
I
well.
can tell.
We're doing really well with keeping people alive this time.
Still sleeping.
I see. Mind if I have a look?
Please, go ahead.
I made my way around the partition to the side of Quark's bed. The journal and the thing Fi and I had talked about would definitely need to be addressed, but for the moment the AB game was what I needed to concentrate on. Lives were at stake, mine, and Quark's. So strange because we should die, but there's, why are there 4 things here? That's so interesting. Something's gonna happen with Dio. Those infected, maybe she cannot vote. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide. If the journal was telling the truth, then as soon as the anesthetic wore off, Quark would go insane again. Not necessarily, because we saw that the brain slowing down was episodic, and this could be as well. What if we weren't able to restrain him a second time? What if he managed to kill himself before we got to him? Or perhaps he'd just get out of the infirmary and go hide somewhere. On the other hand, it wasn't like we could keep anesthetizing him forever. There was only one way to save Quark, and that was with Excalibur. Unfortunately, Dio had stolen it. Unbelievably, but okay. If we wanted to get it back, Clover and I would have to vote ally. But if I did, there was an excellent chance I would end up dead. The question was then, what to do? Nobody's gonna lock us here. Sacrifice myself to save Quark? Or keep quiet about the danger he was in to save myself? That's a crazy choice to make. I mean, I think for Sigma, the Sigma that we know, even the one that betrays, he would never sacrifice Quark for himself. But we're gonna do both things, yeah. It was so faint, I almost didn't hear it.
Grandpa. Grandpa.
He shifted a little, then fell silent again. It was enough, though. What on earth had I been thinking? Oh, buddy. How could I have even considered letting a child die in my place? Suddenly my cheeks felt hot with embarrassment and disgust. This is what we need Dio to feel from time to time, even like a 1% of this. That I had considered letting Quark die, even for a minute, was pathetic. There was only one choice. There had only ever been one choice. No way was it going to leave Quark to die. Well, the choice should have been protecting the Excalibur, not giving to someone like Dio, but well. My hands tightened into fists as I looked down at him. Any uncertainty I'd felt before was gone. I knew what I had to do. Kill Dio.
10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Looks like it's almost time.
What if someone does something to Dio now, like Kay? Ties him up or something. That could save us and that could explain this.
You two should head back.
What about you? And this is, let me think about this one. How could you unlock this one? Because the other one was information, but this one, it's just like Fi and Kay are before the chromatic door, and there's no one else for. If they're, I don't know, I don't remember if they're a pair or they're like a pair and solo of the same color, or like they're going together to the door, and then the other person, I guess, is Quark. The thing is that the other person's bracelet is missing. Maybe it was Luna's, and they could not go through the door. So what could we do here? It's very interesting. This is lock 1 and 2, so I'm guessing there are no other locks down here. Okay. What about you?
Not going. I'm worried about Quark.
But you're a solo. If you don't vote...
Makes sense. I mean, Quark could wake up and kill himself, right?
I'll automatically ally. I know.
But you wouldn't die, because you betrayed my ass.
I heard the voice on the intercom just like you.
What are you going to do if Kay and Alice both betray? That's possible? If Alice has any say in it, probably not. I don't remember their points though.
Nothing, I suppose. Just means I lost that round. I'd just be voting ally anyway.
Yeah, Alice is at 1. Okay.
You know who my opponents are, right? Alice only has 1 BP left.
But it's in Alice's best interest to not let Kay betray because he's gonna escape. And we know if Kay gets a 9, he escapes. We know that for a fact, right?
If I pick betray and they chose ally, I'd kill her.
This still has not happened, by the way. Still, no one has died from the AB game, which is gonna happen soon, as soon as in 10 minutes.
I'm not so desperate to escape that I'm gonna kill someone for it.
We know this is true, by the way. Tenmyoji has betrayed us, but when he had the chance to kill us, he did not. Right? Yeah, here.
And even if I was, I can't leave Quark behind.
True.
You see? Doesn't matter if I go into the AB room or not. My vote's the same either way.
Yeah, but knowing that you're not in the AB room makes it a certainty that what it is for the other guy, so... That does make a difference, but anyway. Tenmyoji's mind was made up. Trying to persuade him to leave would have been pointless. Alright. Take care of Quark.
Of course.
Oh, he smiled. A nice little smile.
Don't worry about yourself.
Okay, buddy. Let's go.
Okay.
Luna and I headed out in the infirmary, leaving Tenmyoji and Quark behind. When we got to the warehouse, we found everyone else waiting for us. Okay, everyone's here, so Dio's gonna vote. Unless they took the Excalibur from him? Probably not. Well, not quite everyone. Okay. One other person was missing. Let's just start with a D, perchance. Hey, where's Dio?
Take a look at the doors.
Oh, I already went in. My bad. They're all closed. When we came in here before, the one on the far right was open. What if he's just dead inside? That'd be so interesting.
And that would mean...
That's not impossible, actually. Just, I'm maybe misguiding myself, but I'm guiding myself so much from the amount of question marks that are here. So that'd be interesting. That would mean that he went in, I guess.
Exactly.
Bitch. Bastard. Oh yeah, that bastard. He'd probably been worried I might try to take the Excalibur from him by force, so he'd hidden himself in the AB room. What a coward. Maybe, I think there's a chance he's dead in there. That's just me. I'd made up my mind to choose ally no matter what, but also Kay is the most suspicious if that's the case. Or like fight to save us, maybe? We know Fight can stand up to Dio, but I don't know if he'd kill him. Or like tie him up, I don't know. If the door is closed, it means he is inside, right? For a fact? Or no, not necessarily. I think so. Which might mean he's in whatever capacity he's in there. Schrodinger's Dio. A part of me still considered trying to jump Dio if he dropped his guard. Yeah, definitely, you'd think about that, right? Now he'd make sure I couldn't get that chance to try.
Where's Tenmyoji?
Oh,
Luna explained Tenmyoji's choice.
I see. Well, I guess that means I don't have to worry about him picking betray.
Yeah, at least you're not gonna die this way, Alice. Please don't kill yourself.
right. What will you guys be choosing then?
Ally, of course.
Because my BP is 6, I assume.
Yes. As long as Tenmyoji votes ally, I can't choose betray. If I do, Kay's BP will go up to 9.
But what if he forces you?
Ha ha ha.
Shut up, Kay, you can do it.
You needn't worry. I would never do something so crass.
Then stay out of the room.
Really?
Prove it. Sit in the bench.
Of course.
Then you don't need to go in there.
Exactly.
Excuse me?
Yeah, excuse you, bitch.
Alice can vote by herself. Then we don't have anything to worry about, right?
Right.
Well, I apologize, but I'm afraid I can't agree to that.
Fuck Kay, man.
Why not?
I just can't. Shall we go, Alice?
I just can't. Shut the fuck up, buddy. I can't take any more shit from Kay. Kay's the worst, man. Kay's like so soft-spoken. Oh, we loved him at the beginning, whatever. But he's betrayed us at every chance he's gotten. He's even pushed us over when he wanted to escape. I mean, Kay is similar to Clover. I feel like he's willing to do whatever it takes to get out. Okay, I think they. Okay, I think they will betray. I don't see a world where he goes in and they just ally.
Hey, hold on a minute there.
Kay continued briskly towards the AB room as if he simply hadn't heard Phi. Alice scrambled to follow him, perhaps concerned that he would lock her out. Am I sure he's the worst? Well, there's some other candidates for sure. But there's so much about Kay we don't know. I do like to give people the benefit of the doubt, even though it's funny to just shit on them. But yeah, Clover would have to do a lot of convincing for me to not think she's the worst. I think she does have a mission, has a purpose here, even though I don't think she's executing it very well, whatever it is. But Kay definitely has as well, so it'll be very interesting to know more things. So. Only seconds later, they disappeared into the third room from the left. This is kind of just because of this and what's happening with us. This is gonna be the most interesting AB game so far. This is the halfway point, pretty much. By the way, interesting.
Well, there's nothing we can do now. If Kay told the truth, she'll be fine.
But why would he go in, man? Maybe he has a reason to doubt Alice. But if Alice betrays, he just leaves. So yeah, there's no way Kay. I mean, if Kay really wants to be perceived as good, he would not have gone in there. But well, he's just gonna power through and probably push everyone out of the way and try to leave. But he's not gonna be able to because we can't just end here. So it's gonna be an interesting one. I'm kind of scared.
Until Ambidex game polling closes.
It almost made me forget we're about to get killed. You know?
Time's almost
crazy.
up. Come on, Luna.
Right.
They headed off at a trot toward the second door from the right, and were soon out of sight inside it. Alright, Clover. Time for us to go.
Oh, okay. Right behind you.
Please don't seduce me. I'm good. I sighed to myself and headed toward the leftmost AB room. I was expecting there to be a corpse or something. Okay. Let's do this. Let's follow Sigma's principle and basically give our lives or put our lives in the hands of Dio in order to save Quark.
What are you gonna do?
I don't really have a choice, do I? There's only one thing I can do. I'm going to choose Ally.
You can't! You'll die!
Well, you never know. Also, if you betray, you never know he's actually gonna kill Quark, but can you live with that? So, just because Dio told us to ally doesn't necessarily mean he's going to pick betray.
Do you really think a jerk like that is going to choose ally?
That is true. I thought about that as well. He did say like choose ally. He didn't say I'll betray you and kill you. It's a weird thing to say, but it's still. I think there's so much going on in the background that we don't know that there's a non-zero chance that he actually allies.
No. No way.
Talking about jerks, Clover, shut up.
He's got 6 BP right now. If he picks Betray, then he'll have 9 points.
Don't you have 6 as well? Well, what about you? Bitch.
Huh?
Sorry. You got 6 BP too, right? If Dio chose Ally and we chose Betray, you have 9 BP. Also, what does Clover know?
What? No, that's not... I didn't even realize that until you brought it up.
Really? You cannot count?
I'm just trying to tell you that Dio is going to pick Betray.
I guess, well, it would
That's
make
who he
sense
is.
for for you to never think Dio is capable of picking allies. And I'm trying to tell you that I've made up my mind. That is who I am. The only choice is to ally. Also, it has not happened yet that someone just chooses for us, which I don't think is going to happen because of how this is arranged. Or maybe, what if these are those things? So we just, there's one more because someone just makes the choice for us and then we have another one or something? Who I am, the only choice is ally. This is the only chance we have to get that medicine back.
That's why Dio called you an IG. What makes you think he's going to give us the Excelavir, even if you do what he says?
What was IG? IG Replicator. We didn't know what that was. Where's Clover saying this? I don't think we knew what that meant. Maybe he won't. But I can't guarantee that he'll destroy it if I pick Betray. I don't think you can guarantee that. You don't know enough. That's who he is. Because destroying it is just like destroying the bargaining chip. So I don't think it really makes sense for him to destroy it actually.
Fine.
But just the possibility of Quark dying, I think is enough for anyone with a heart to be like, maybe not.
If you aren't gonna listen to me, then I guess I don't have a choice.
Can we just elbow her to oblivion?
I'll be pushing that button.
Why would you tell me just do it if you're gonna do it? Huh? Before I realized what was going on, Clover ducked past me and ran toward the voting machine. Holy crap. Is this happening? But there are 2, so we have to have a say here. No! Stop! I snatched her by the arm, okay, and hauled backward with all my strength. Not with all your strength, be careful, man.
Ow!
You can kill this kid. Sorry. Guess that was a little too hard, huh? Maybe that was some like acting by Clover, like I'm gonna press it and then I'm running towards it. Just like to show that, I don't know. We don't know. There's so much we don't know. Sorry, I guess that was a little too hard, huh?
Hey! What do you think you're doing?
Shut up.
You can't just throw a girl around like that.
You can't just kill a kid, man. What do you want me to do? Well, you're the one who tried to trick me.
But I...
Clover is one of those people who think like they're entitled to do whatever they want and not have any consequences.
You're gonna die!
Yeah, at least it's nice that she somewhat seems to care for us, even though she could just be caring about her 9 points, but...
Dio's going to kill you!
I guess we have to take that risk, buddy.
You can't do this!
You can know that for sure.
I don't want you to die.
Also, she might have a reason for that. But since they don't talk about the things that really matter, I guess we won't know until that happens. Okay, that's all. So why the
10
silence?
seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
I don't want to die either, Clover, if that makes you feel better, so... Thanks. That's very nice to say. Honestly, if you know someone's about to just make a choice that might end their lives, to be like, you know what, I don't want you to die. Actually might mean a lot for that person, I would say. It means a lot to hear you say that, Clover. Even though you're a maniac. I gave her my best reassuring nod. And this is terrible as well, because it's something that happens with these people who are like entitled, is that someone who's about to die ends up like consoling them, which is like so crazy if you think about it. Like in the moment it sort of makes sense for someone who's like empathetic to say what Sigma is saying, but like he's the one who's sacrificing himself, so you need to not make this about you, you know? It's kind of annoying, but rather than focusing on what Clover is and how Clover is, I think it's good to focus on who we are and who Sigma is, and he's making a big good decision. But after all this, choosing betray, we're gonna have to do that later. It's gonna be crazy, but well. Okay, turn to face a polling machine.
3, 2, 1. Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed.
Okay, Dio, do your best.
Results will be displayed in the warehouse.
Can Dio give us a nice surprise? I'm like, because of this, I'm like 50-50, or like more towards us staying alive, but something must have happened. What if we just get to 0? Because this will be the first time someone... No, it's not the first time someone gets to 0. It actually happened when... No, it didn't happen. It was when they couldn't make it through the door. We didn't see anyone get to 0 yet, I'm pretty sure. So... it could be that it's not just as simple as just getting injected and dying. I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to take a look at that screen. It's gonna be interesting.
Thank you for your participation.
You're welcome.
Ambidex gates now opening.
This game is so good. Storytelling here is fantastic in my opinion. Clover and I stepped out of the AB room. For several long moments, we just stared at one another. Words weren't necessary. Everything she would have tried to tell me, I could already see in her eyes. Let's go. I turned and headed toward the results screen.
Sigma.
I heard her behind me, her voice barely louder than a whisper. The choice was already made. I stood up straight and kept walking. Dying with honor if he does die, so... Or what if, we don't know, like, the games these people make, like, you have no idea, like, could be that you just die and you continue as another character or something crazy, or you... They betrayed him. Oh, okay, we're dead. They betrayed Tenmyoji, dude. What the fuck, Kay? Fuck you, Kay. Well, we don't know, actually. But that's us. Let me take a photo of this because it's the first time someone dies. The first time someone dies and it's us. That's unexpected, honestly. But let's see if anything else is weird. Yeah, Luna and Phi allying with Quark makes a lot of sense. They could have gotten some points and get up to 4, and then have Quark at I don't remember exactly. Oh, -2, so that would be 4 as well. Everyone would be at 4. It wouldn't have been that terrible if they did betray, but I guess that's fine. And then we're guessing it's K. I mean, I guess there's a non-zero chance considering how little we know about these characters that Alice was the one to choose betray, and then K could just lie and come out and be like, oh, I wish actually Alice. They do that all the time, so I don't know what's up with these people, but they're dicks. Or it does seem like that to someone who's out of the loop, because everyone knows more than Sigma for sure, unless Sigma is hiding stuff from us, which would be like the ultimate thing, right? So yeah. Anyway, I'm just delaying the inevitable here. Let's see what happens.
Results from round 2.
I feel bad for Phi. And kind of for Clover, because they're gonna feel bad for us.
Please check your bracelet.
Well, I feel bad for Sigma, you know. You see the -1? Yo.
What?
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, of course, it's a big surprise for them because they don't know about the Excalibur.
Sigma's BP is...
Shut up, okay? We're not... The important thing is not my BP, it's yours.
Negative.
But well. Suddenly, all eyes were on me. Has to just imagine that moment if it happened in real life, and especially here that no one was expecting it. It's rough. It's definitely rough. I felt their weight, but stood my ground. It was a result I had expected. I took a deep breath and closed my eyes. I didn't have to wait long. Really? There was a sharp, quick pain in my wrist, barely even noticeable. I was not expecting it to be instant. We are gonna wake up in a different timeline. We're going to wake up at the beginning. We're going to wake up as someone else. I mean, anything could happen at this point. I couldn't feel anything flowing into my veins, but I knew it was there. First would be the anesthetic, Soprol. I blinked and my vision started to blur. When I tried to think, it felt like my mind had been stuffed with cotton. My legs began to wobble, then gave out entirely as I crumpled to the floor.
Sigma!
Oh man, well, that's a good voice act. That's good voice acting. That felt really, really painful.
Sigma! Hang on!
Really desperate.
Hey! Sigma! Get up!
Yeah, not that one.
Sigma!
Shut the fuck up. Sorry. I need to be a bit more understanding of Kay. I think I need to know him better. But you're betraying the whole time, and then you're sad when someone dies? Get out of here, man. You betrayed twice.
Oh no! Oh no, oh no, oh no!
That from Luna sounded honest. It's just interesting. We need to know more about Luna. I feel like we have an opinion on everyone pretty much, but Luna's such a mystery. Everyone is, right? But yeah. Trying to open my eyelids was like trying to lift sheets of lead. My eyes had lost the ability to focus, but I could make out a blur that had to be Dio in front of the number 9 door. Damn it. You'll keep your promise. God damn it. Oh, buddy. Easy though. Also, Kay and Dio escaping is like, ugh. Disgusting. And I think they're clones of one another. I still think Kay looks like Dio probably. I groaned and with a Herculean effort lifted my head and then my sluggish body off the floor. Every step was a battle, and whenever I shifted my weight, my muscles threatened to give out again. But somehow I forced myself ahead, a single thought burning in my mind. I would reach Dio. Then, at last, the smudge of color faded into a recognizable person. I threw out my hand in front of him. Give it back. Give me the medicine.
Give it back. Don't act like it's yours.
Shut up, bitch.
Are we supposed to share everything we find here?
I don't care. Just hand me the medicine.
What are you talking about?
We found the Excalibur in the laboratory.
And Dio stole it.
What?
You mean he has it?
I love how Kay's like, no way he did that. That's terrible. Okay, I have 9 points.
Right now?
Yeah. So?
I kept my promise. Now, you. I wasn't a fool. I knew the kind of person Dio was. There was a chance he wouldn't give us back the Excalibur. If he didn't, then I'd die with my hands around his throat. I gathered as much of my mind as I could and got ready to attack.
Fine.
Not quite what I had been expecting.
Here.
With a shrug, he pulled the vial out of his pocket and tossed it toward me. Dude, I'm dying and you're tossing stuff? I caught it and pulled the tiny glass bottle to my chest, worried I might drop it. The label said, unmistakably, Excalibur. It was a real thing. Or so we think, we don't know. Clover, take it. I held it out toward her.
Right. Of course.
She quickly tucked it into her pocket. What pockets? You're naked. Good. Now at least Quark will be alright. we'll be stuck forever, so I don't know. With that, the last of my strength left me, and I dropped to my knees. Kay has a big chance to do something good, and like tackle Dio, and they can get tied up together. I don't know. It's not gonna happen. I dropped to my knees. This is about Sigma now, anyway. I feel so bad for Phi. That's crazy.
Sigma, are you okay? Sigma! Sigma!
I guess this is it. And even though it might not be the true ending, probably it's not. It's still rough to see, right? It's just, even though you'd be like, it's not really something that happened, or it's not the real timeline. It's still, you're still seeing people experience things, even though they're characters and they're 3D models and they're all drugged up. I don't know. Maybe it's not the same experience for everyone, but for me, it's like, this is really powerful storytelling, I would say.
First, is this over real? Which puts you to sleep. 9 minutes later, the tubocularine is injected.
9 minutes.
Numbing your respiratory muscles. I guess you could say it'll really take your breath away.
Has to be so panic-inducing. 9 minutes. Once the Sopril was injected, I had 9 minutes until the muscle relaxant followed it. About 4 minutes had already passed, which left me with 5, give or take a little. In 5 minutes, I would be dead. Oh my god, what's gonna happen here? Wait, what? Oh, I was looking at the graffiti. I thought there was something else on this. I guess it's just a Y that's wide, and then there's a smudge on the side. Was it always there? What could I do in 5 minutes? How could I save myself? Oh, it's gonna be a lock about saving yourself? It'd be so cool if you just randomly find like another way to stop the... not the Sopril, but like to open up the bracelet or something. You just get a nice little drug trip and then don't get the killing one. How could I save myself? Heh. I gave a raspy, quiet laugh. Even with death staring me in the face, I seemed to be determined to struggle right up until the very end. Okay, Sigma. You can do this. Clinging desperately to what little consciousness I had left, I racked my brain for any possible solutions. This is when the help from the other timelines comes in. That's wonderful. How could I save myself? How? There had to be something. Every problem, no matter how difficult, has a solution. There's always another option. Hopelessness is a state of mind. I just had to think. Think. If there was a way out, I'd find it. I wasn't ready to give up on life yet. I feel like if this is gonna be like this and we're gonna get locked now, I would have made it so it goes up to here or here to show the end. Just so you were like, just so like people playing this are like 100% sure you're gonna die, and then they're like surprise you. Like they sort of did here, but it was like way lower stakes there. So I don't know. I wasn't ready to give up on life yet. There had to be an answer. To be continued is what it says. Yes. Oh, this game is so masterful, dude. I love this game. I want to keep... Maybe I'll take the day off tomorrow and just play until morning. Yes, please. Wow. Warehouse A, 5 minutes to live. That's amazing. Wow. Holy crap. Okay, so people dying is shitty, but we're going to see some people die, and that will give us probably some info about the bracelets, or maybe it's just like we find other information like the journal, but we're gonna find a way to survive, which is super cool. What a moment, right? I feel like this, isn't this like super powerful? It's a wonderful thing, in my opinion. It's like such a selfless act, and then he's like, I'll do my best to not die. If I die, it's fine. I laid my bed, but like, made my bed. But what if he just I mean, you struggle for survival, makes sense, right? Okay, what I want to do next time is go here. Not right now. I will go to the crew quarters, and we're going to see how Sigma from this timeline communicates to us, or Phi maybe, that she actually may have committed suicide because of the virus, which would mean that not only the people we scanned, which is only Cork, have the virus, that at least one person does have it, which would make everyone get scanned. If they don't, they're really stupid. So yeah. So next time we're going to open out that lock and hope for the best. We're not going to be able to save Alice. We're probably going to get more information about Radical 6, and hopefully a way to save Sigma, or maybe a way to save Kay and Phi here, or Phi at least, you know. But yeah, that was very cool. I'm gonna leave you here. Thank you for stopping by. It's always nice to see you, and I really hope you have a good night. I'm going to go to bed, and hopefully today's a wonderful Thursday for you as well. Tomorrow? Oh, I guess it's today for you, so I'll see you soon. Bye bye. Good night.